For what purpose does the gentleman from Iowa seek recognition?
Madam Speaker, I ask unanimous consent to speak out of order.
Without objection.
Today, the Iowa delegation, myself, along with Representative Hinson, Miller Meeks, and Representative Feenstra, and other members of the floor, including those who have served in uniform and those who support those who serve in uniform, rise today to honor two brave Iowans, Sergeant Edgar Brian Torres Tovar of Des Moines, Iowa, and Sergeant William Nathaniel Howard of Marshalltown, Iowa, who this week gave their life in service of our country. On December 13th, while serving in the Iowa National Guard in Syria, Edgar and Nate were killed by an ISIS terrorist attack. 3 other Guardsmen were wounded, and a U.S. interpreter also killed. This was the first combat loss of American troops in Syria in over 5 years, and every American grieves alongside the families of the fallen. Edgar was just 25 years old. He was the first in his family to answer the call to service. He was full of energy and known for putting service before self, and just months from coming home. Nate was 29. He was a man of faith, a loving husband, and a Guardsman with over a decade of service. He led by example. First in, last out, never leave a brother behind. They were young men. They could have chosen easier paths, but instead, they chose service to our nation. They stood their post when it mattered most. They carried the weight of our nation's safety on their shoulders, and they did so with courage, humility, and honor. In return, we, the U.S. House of Representatives, give them our gratitude, not just in words, but in remembrance of the solemn promise that justice will be served. Our grief, we renew our resolve. Out of loss, we strengthen our unity. And out of sacrifice, we carry forward hope. Hope grounded in the values that Edgar and Nate lived every day. Service before self, faith in something greater, and a love of country. Madam Speaker, I respectfully ask that the House of Representatives now observe a moment of silence in honor of Sergeant Edgar Torres Tovar and Sergeant William Nathaniel Howard. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I yield my time.